I can
And
finally live.
Someone let me know if my microphone gets weird.
You don't have a cool live introduction like I do on my channel?
No, I don't.
That's interesting.
I don't, Adam. I just have this stupid preamble where I decide if the thing is going live yet. Is it not live yet? Why does it say waiting for Hack the Movies? Do I have to do
It says you're live, 25 seconds.
That's right. I can literally see myself.
Okay, it is live. It is live. It is live.
Holy shit.
Okay. You know, YouTube, because I don't like trimming these out because it gets rid of the live chat. They get this wonderful preamble. This
It's like
wonderful.
behind
I
the
cut
scenes.
it. Yeah, I cut it out for the podcast version, but that's why you just got to be here for the YouTube version.
That's
You gotta
right.
be here when it goes live.
Yes, you got to be here when it goes live. All right, now let's do the actual introduction, okay?
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Tony from Hack the Movies here, and it is the August 2023 wrap-up. I am joined, as always, by official Joey C.
Very manly. Thanks for having me, Tony.
Yes, Joey, thank you for being... I know it is technically September, but August was Boys Month. Thank you for dressing appropriately. You did not get the memo when we did that SummerSlam stream.
No, I forgot my age.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you should be following me on Twitch. And then surprise guest. I didn't think we were gonna get him. Adam from Adam Does Movies. How are you, Adam?
Oh, that's exciting for everyone here. I'm very good. There was some miscommunication earlier in the day. I was kind of trying to, take Tony's entire idea and do an August wrap up on my channel out of spite because he didn't invite me. But, we figured things out.
I thought you were traveling, and then I had to reschedule to today.
Well, I thought we were friends.
Dude, the only reason there's not more people here is because I was so busy in August. Yeah. I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to see all the movies on the list, so I didn't want to give people homework. I'm like, let me just keep it to one guy, and then you came in. You're like, I've seen most of these. I'm like, okay, good.
I don't know if I've seen these movies.
I didn't see Blue Beetle until this morning, so now I am all caught up.
Good.
And then I totally forgot Gran Turismo was a thing.
Oh, that was a great movie too.
I heard you say you liked it, so I didn't put that on the list. And Haunted Mansion was on the list, but it bombed so hard that I didn't. It wasn't even playing in theaters anymore.
No. And you know what's funny is when they released it, the ride was down too.
That is the most bizarre
you're not even doing your cross promotion right.
I know. Anyway, yes, this is the August 2023 wrap up. Just some stuff to get out of the way. Actually, before I go into my whole news thing, Joey, what is the name of the game tonight?
Well, Tony, the name of the game is Super Chats. If you want me, Tony, or Adam to whisper sweet nothings into your ear, all you have to do is send a Super Chat, and we'll read it, no questions asked, within reason. This is the internet. We have guidelines.
Within reason. I know we all know Adam's opinions on the Latinx community. Do not make him say anything controversial. He's already said too much on this show. So within reason, thank you. Just a heads up. The Tony Peaks design is now available in poster form. Isn't that beautiful, Adam?
Yeah. Is that like the Batman symbol you're ripping off on the...
Whoa, what are you talking about? That design is called Hack the Movies 89.
Okay.
So yes, that's by our artist Nick Code, who's done lot of artwork for us.
Nice,
yes, those are now available at the Hack the Movie store. Go to hackthemovies.com and then click on store, and it will take you to that. And obviously, it's also available in shirt form. Joey has just been getting nonstop laid.
Dude, it's insane. I can't keep up. I'm dehydrated. That's why I got
he almost didn't make it tonight. He's like, Tony, I haven't taken your shirt off in a week. Girls keep flocking to me. And I'm like, yeah, that'll happen. Ironically, actually having the face, the opposite thing will happen.
It's almost too much, Tony.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And on Patreon right now, I have a commentary track for Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992.
Okay.
It's one of our biggest episodes. I had Casey on there because she had actually never seen it. The second to last Bloodline episode is up now on Patreon. We did Hellraiser Revelations, Adam, that was the first one without Doug Bradley.
Okay.
It got to a point where even he was like, all right, no, this movie's really going to suck. I already done a lot of these.
What was the crappy Hulu one? Was that just Hellraiser?
That was just Hellraiser.
That was the rebirth.
They did 2 without the original actor,
Yeah.
and then they're like, time for a reboot. And then this Sunday, I'll be doing a thumbnail stream on Patreon. I'm just going to design like a bunch of thumbnails so you can check that out. And also on Patreon, we have the Boys Month artwork. And Joey, I realize I forgot to send this to you.
It's okay. It's okay.
You are, in case you're wondering, you are Sweet Tooth in it. Our artist got me and all my co-hosts from the month as characters from the movies we reviewed. It's one big mural, and it is beautiful to commemorate the wonderful month of Boys Month, which was everyone's favorite month as far as I'm concerned. So yes, $10 will get you that, and also $10 gets you an appearance on these live episodes, like our good friend Mike here. Hello, Mike.
Hey.
Okay, that's all we wanted. I just want to show that you could be on there. I love that he was in the middle of talking to someone when I.
It's like eating a club sandwich. Like,
And then coming up September 16th, 17th, I will be at the PA Horror Con. Joey, you should come out to that one if you're free.
I will. I'll be there.
And then October 6th to 8th, I will be at Spookala in Tampa.
ooh.
I'll have a table at both of these events. It's going to be great. My Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Christy Swanson, will be there. I have a review of her movie coming up, so I wanted to get a picture with her. What's next? If you're wondering why Last Voyage of Demeter is not on the list, I did it on Movie Dumpster. Go to Movie Dumpster to watch that. Also, Twisted Metal is not on the list because me and Joey did a full episode on it. Adam, the Twisted Metal show is awesome.
So sick.
I'm gonna have to look back on my notes. I swear you said we were talking Last Voyage of the Demeter, but nope, you did not. Okay.
No, it was originally on there, and then I did this.
Can you just give me like a quick sentence or two thought, or is that unfair? I'd like to know I'd like to know your opinion.
The quick version is, I thought it was very good for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
They put a production featurette out where they talked about their wonderful makeup effects, which was just them lying because it's almost not in the movie. It's all CGI. And then they fumbled it at the ending. Instead of just tying it up in a nice knot that ends where the chapter ends in the book, they sequel franchise baited you, and they totally ruined it. But most of the movie is okay. It was a really good idea, and I thought it was executed well until the end. And also, that makeup effect thing really pissed me off because they literally put a video out there like, look how great it is. And I'm like, yeah, but all the clips you're showing are the CGI model. We know it's not in the movie. But I have way more to say in the Movie Dumpster episode, and then I actually see them in the chat now. There they are. Just want to say thank you to Hackoffs. That's the fans. Adam, what are your fans called?
I don't have fans, so I don't have a name for them yet. I just have people that kind of stumble by once in a while, half drunk, and they're like, "Who's this jackass?"
You're like, what the hell is a fan? I'm getting yelled. Also, Mutant Mayhem is not on the list because it was featured in my worst Ninja Turtles episode that I did on Monday. So check that out. We went through all the theatrically released Ninja Turtles, and I'm now realizing I have to do the direct-to-video ones because everyone's like, what about Turtles Forever? What about Batman Turtles? What about Rise of the Turtles? I'm like, okay, I'll do that another time.
What the hell's this Photoshop going on with Raphael? What kind of crude ass crap are you
because he wore that outfit in the movie, but you can't see his eyes. But for the thumbnail, I wanted you to know it was Raphael.
Did you make this thumbnail?
Yes, Adam. I'm not a graphic designer, and I'm real annoyed that I've had to do Photoshop for years and thumbnails for years. And I'm like, I never went to school for this. I don't know how to do this.
I'd like to break down this thumbnail for the next 20 minutes if I can.
Anyway, like I said, $10. You can join my thumbnail stream and maybe yell at me for what I'm doing wrong.
Oh, Rob K says Adam Apples is the name of my friend.
Yeah, I saw that. That's great.
That's a good one. Now, Adam, I am upset that you read a comment that wasn't a super chat, but I'll let that one slide. I'll let that one slide.
It won't happen again.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you acknowledge the commoners, you asshole?
I was going to say I don't have fans. I have family, but it was too late. For that.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this month. The first movie I saw this month was Talk to Me.
Based on the Ricky Martin song, I believe.
Is that a Ricky Martin song?
I believe that's a Ricky Martin song.
How does anyone... She Bang? I know She Bang and Livin' La Vida Loca. If you know,
I think that's the intro to She Bangs. Talk to me, tell me your name.
Oh, that's right.
I celebrate Ricky Martin's entire catalog.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like you were real into Ricky Martin, were you?
I worked at Nike for a year during high school, and it was one of those things where they had the CD changer and it only had like 30 songs on it, and one of them was She Bangs. So I heard that over and over again.
I bet you were like, Ricky Martin's awesome. If I try to be like him, all the girls will love me.
That's
how'd that work out in the long run? How'd that work out in the long run?
Exactly how that went.
Talk to Me, which was an Aussie movie released by A24. I was excited for this one. I tend to like A24's horror movies. I know, Adam, you're a little hit or miss with A24, right? I think you see more of their movies than I do, actually.
It's probably why I'm more hit and miss with them. You kind of avoid some of the ones that look like shit.
Some of the bad ones.
And I'm like, I don't know. You know what's funny? I looked at the movie with the kid who has like the lamb head. I'm like, I'd probably like that. And then I just never got around to watching it.
That movie was so bad. Sorry, I can't get into that. The lamb.
Okay.
So
so Talk to Me is a movie about a bunch of kids. They find this hand that they believe to be a medium's hand that was cut off and encased like plaster or whatever. And they all play games with it. It looks like it's been passed down for years because it's got graffiti and shit written on it. And basically the premise is if you touch the hand and do this little thing and say, talk to me, you get to talk to dead people. But you can only do it for a certain amount of time or else things go wrong. And our main character does it for a little too long, and apparently it's not just dead people, it's also evil demons can come in and haunt you. So the rest of the movie is her trying to deal with the loss of her mom and this new threat of these demons and other people being affected by it. And I, for the most part, enjoyed it. What did you think, Joey C?
Yeah, it was spooky. It scared the shit out of me, man. I think I'm with you, Tony. I've only seen the good A24 films, but I think it was the scariest one to date.
Really?
Yeah, I think like the pace of the movie was especially good. It kind of kept me on my seat the whole time. And I couldn't help but notice the Jeepers Creepers 3 comparison. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but Joey, the Creeper's hand, it's the whole fucking thing.
Joey, I still have not seen Jeepers Creepers 3, but I will soon. And by the way, I got to talk to you and Casey this week about scheduling that episode.
We're doing it, baby.
Adam, what did you think of Talk to Me?
No, I wasn't done. It's cool. No.
Joey C. Sorry.
I'd like to hear more from Joey if that's okay.
I would like to hear more from Joey too. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Nah, it's cool. I was just surprised at how well the acting was because they were pretty young actors. And
thanks, Joey. Yeah. So what I thought about
I also saw that some people thought the ending was anticlimactic, but I don't know. It kind of left me wanting more a little bit.
Well, apparently they're doing a sequel, or they're thinking about it at least.
Adam, I pass the torch to you now.
I appreciate that. You know, kind of grazing over the list that you sent, T-Money, which I'm calling Tony for this one time only and never again.
You call me that all the time.
Now, T-Bone, I think T-Bone was a past one. I'm trying to keep these jokes on and you're ruining it. This is definitely the most positive film on this list of mine. I enjoyed this quite a bit. Like Joey, I was very scared, which is kind of what you want out of a film like this. The biggest hangup I have is the title. I think is terrible. I kept thinking it was Let Me In, which is another movie, but for some reason, I don't know why, I just associated that with this. And I'm not alone. John Flickinger is another critic, tweeted out or X'd out. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I kept calling this "Let Me In." I'm like, yeah, it should have been "Talk to the Hand," which I know it's an old phrase that the kids don't understand, but come on, "Talk to the Hand." That works so well here.
That's funny.
I'm not the first person to point that out.
Yeah, I've actually never seen "Let Me In."
It's a great. Well, there's two versions.
I know. I love Let the Right One In, and that was that weird period where Hollywood. I think they stopped doing this. They were like, hey, this movie in Europe is really good. Should we like dub it or sub it? They're like, no, let's just remake it. Like 2 years after it came out. I'm like, well, why don't you just like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? I'm like, yeah, but the movie's right there. It's new. Why don't I just watch that one?
Did they make an American version of Host or The Host, which is a great, I think, Korean film?
No, they didn't. The monster one, no.
Yeah,
no.
I maybe it was just reported that they were going to at one point.
I think they were going to.
That's
and then Let the Right One In was remade again recently as a series. I got to check that out. But yes, talk to me. So you guys were both scared of this movie.
I mean, as scared
as much as a manly man could,
as much as an alpha male.
I was going to say, so
could be.
My whole thing is like, I really liked the movie. I was invested in the characters. I wanted to see what happened, but like, I didn't find it scary at all. I liked it. It's good. I could see how people could be scared of it, but for whatever reason, the scares were just so lackluster for me. It was creepy. But yeah, it really just didn't work in the scares department. One thing I did enjoy was that like there's this mystical thing and whatnot, and just a bunch of teens found it and they're making videos and stuff. Like that probably is something that would happen. That's like the most realistic thing. It'd be like if you were to, I mean, they didn't do it, but if you were to do Hellraiser now, people would be like filming on their phones, all the chains coming out of the box, being like, oh,
there's like a Karen there. Like, I do not approve of this.
Yeah.
I thought the makeup effects and some of the kills were freaking visceral as hell. They looked really good, especially when that brother gets absolutely wracked on the side of the dresser. Holy crap. I don't know how he bounced back from that. I mean, I guess death would have been better in the
end. But yeah, I was, like I said, I was captivated the whole time. I was super into it. I just wish it was a little scarier. Like this scene here, I was just kind of cracking up when it happened. There was a lot of uncomfortable moments that were like really funny. Like the guy clearly has a crush on her, but he's dating her friend. But then when he's got the talk to me hand thing, he's saying his actual thoughts. And he's like, I want to sleep with. So he's talking about how he wants to sleep with one girl in front of his girlfriend and he can't stop himself. He's like humping the floor. I'm just like, oh my God.
And he's like, I can relate to that. I've been there.
And then the toe sucking scene, I fucking lost it. I was like, what? No, no.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Again, just wish it was a little scarier. Do you guys have any other things to say about Talk to Me?
I gotta hand it to you, Tony. You're just a braver man than I am.
Thank you. I've been watching horror movies for a very long time.
That was a pun for the audience if they didn't catch that.
I wasn't that scared.
Okay. I was expecting a loud laugh, but
Joey's man.
I wasn't that scared.
I wasn't that scared. I just want to.
You said it was the scariest A24 movie you see, more than Hereditary?
No, I didn't say that. I what I meant to say was it was just a spooky film that I could see how it was scary. I personally, wasn't scared.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I was too. I was like, if I was Joey C right now, I'd probably be like crumpled in a corner, sobbing wet. But no, for me, it was like, oh, I could, this is kind of scary for someone else. That's not me.
Real quick. Speaking of horror stuff, how does this compare to Haunted Mansion? I didn't get to see it. The new Haunted Mansion.
God. I still prefer the 2003 classic Eddie Murphy one.
Did you see Haunted Mansion, Adam?
Well, I see everything. No, I did not see Haunted Mansion.
Okay, good.
I'm
glad I took it off the list. So you were more scared of this than Haunted Mansion, Joey?
Yeah, I was, but not too much. Not too much. I wasn't scared in either way.
We should do it. Maybe in October we'll do what is the best Haunted Mansion movie. We're including the Muppets crossover. Okay,
dude,
I'm including the
Muppets
crossover.
Well, I saw that one and I did see the Eddie Murphy one, and it's kind of a toss up because I didn't like either. So I just had no desire. I had no desire to see the new one. No, I'm sorry. I like the Muppets, but it didn't do it for me.
I was gonna see the new Haunted Mansion movie because I feel like that could be a good movie, but turns out they dropped the ball again.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no again about it, man. They dropped the ball for the first time.
I love that Guillermo del Toro wanted to do a movie with them, and they were like, "Nah, let's just get someone else." All right, our next movie is the Meg 2, baby.
Oh, yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Two times the Megs.
Now,
actually, 3 times the Megs. That's
3 times the Megs.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, I don't know why, because I think the movie was doing okay. They just put this on streaming, available to buy, like rent, the other day.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, that saves me a
Really?
trip. So I went to my sister's house, and me and my brother-in-law did a double feature of Meg 1 and Meg 2. And it was a time. I kind of dig the Meg 1. It has issues. I learned later on that Eli Roth was supposed to direct it, and it was going to be rated R. And then they changed it. They fired him. They like rewrote it, and then John Turteltaub, I think, came in and directed it.
Okay.
So Meg 1 I thought was enjoyable, but not great.
I'm there with
But
you,
when I saw the trailer for the second one, I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be awesome. This one's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And it was, but it took a long time to get there.
Mm-hmm.
The first like half of this movie, there's like almost no like aquatic monster like confrontation. So basically, let me do the story here. This is years later. The girl from the first movie died randomly. We never find out why. Jason Statham is raising her daughter, even though they mentioned she had a dad in the previous film. I guess he died too. They're at the station. The uncle's now in charge. They have a Meg. By the way, they have a Meg. They're just bringing stuff up from the trench now. And the Meg escapes. They followed it into the trench where there's more Megs. Turns out there's a conspiracy where someone in the company is illegally mining stuff in the trench. And then they get trapped on the ocean floor in mech suits, and they gotta get out of the trench, but with them comes all these monsters, and then the movie you paid for finally starts to happen an hour or so in. I really wasn't into a lot of the stuff in the little aquatic station and the just like shooting random dudes and whatnot. Like, where's the monsters? I don't know. Did you guys feel the same way?
Yeah, a little bit. I also really agree with like how fucking long it took me to enjoy it. I think I hated like the first half an hour.
Yeah, what did you think, Adam? Sorry.
No,
I thought you were done. I thought you were
done. I am done.
Joy, I think we've heard enough from you.
I know. I've talked enough.
You took too long of a pause. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Tony, you need to let those pregnant pauses play out. It's fun when there's just dead air and the people listening are like, wait.
I love it. It's great. All right, Joey, say everything uninterrupted right now.
I'm shocked how much I enjoyed this movie. It was action-packed when it did get starting. Jason Statham's acting is on point. He's kind of like a caring and protecting guy, but he can also tackle a shark, which was kind of cool. The comedy was pretty good. I never really knew what was going to happen next. There was a couple of good jump scares that got me pretty good. That's really all I can think of. Adam does movies. Why don't you do this movie?
I'd rather not do this movie, Joey, but that was very well said. I didn't like this film. I'm not going to beat around the dick. Meg 2 is just not good. Like, it's supposed to be more loony and over the top and fun, and like you guys said, it takes so long to get. Why is it taking an hour and a half to get to the damn beach to start killing a bunch of people? Yeah. To the movie's credit, it is called The Trench, and they give you the trench. The problem is the trench sucks. It's dark. You can hardly see anything. The megalodons are there, but kind of not, because again, it's just hard to see. But I got to point this out. I did a short of this and posted it to TikTok, and I think we're in the minority because I have almost 500 comments, and I'm going to read these. I'm going to read some of them verbatim because this is what the real critics think of Meg 2, Cruise Control. Bro, it was so good. It was a 10 out of 10. What are you on? It was so good. It was so good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, bro. 10. It was amazing. Bro, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was good. It was so good.
Are they paying people?
These are all different comments. It was amazing. Okay, I can go on.
You should have saw that.
All the same thing. But yeah, I guess there's an audience for these, and I am not in them. I expected a little bit more carnage. I think barely anyone dies. It's a PG-13 affair. It almost feels PG at times. There's really nothing violent in it.
Until like the end, but like the violence is like with the sharks, not really the people.
I mean, I think back to like Jaws 1, and there's more blood, and it's more. I know this isn't trying to be serious or that scary or intense, but I got to have something to, I got to have something to latch on to. Otherwise, it's just kind of a Fast and the Furious shark movie without the big budget effects.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind the effects in the movie, but yeah, when I saw the trench, I'm like, oh, all the things from the trench are going to come out. I didn't know they were going to dick around in the trench for as long as they did. Also, awkward timing to have a scene in a movie where someone gets killed by pressurization.
Yep.
So soon after the submarine thing, I'm like, oh, that's a little timely. I didn't understand the beginning, and the movie tried to explain it, but did a bad job. It's like, wait, now he's going now. Okay, he was a guy who was like a rescue team guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's at this station, but now he goes on adventures where he's an environmentalist.
He's a Greenpeace James Bond is for what I got from it.
That's exactly
start.
Yeah, he's Greenpeace.
And even they called it out. They're like, "What's the point of that?" It's like, we got to protect the ocean. It's like, when the fuck did you start caring about this? What is this?
They did they pulled a Claire from Jurassic World. Remember in the first movie, she's like, the dinosaurs are merchandise. We don't give a shit about them. And then the sequel, she's like, I love the dinosaurs. We have to save them.
Because she saw one of them died and realized that they are living creatures.
I mean, she also saw her secretary get eaten by one twice.
I don't think she saw that. Okay, she might have heard about that. She heard about it
later. She saw the footage.
I mean, I don't know how you couldn't not see it. That's the most amazing thing that happened.
That is the best scene in the film when she gets picked up by a pterodon and then pecked at and then falls into the water.
My friend pointed out in our Jurassic World review that when the mosasaur opens its mouth, when it comes out of the water, you can actually see her hand like she's crawling out of his mouth, and then it closes on her.
That's so good.
So the little dinosaur things were kind of cool.
No,
some of the characters were funnier, but then like a lot of the characters from the previous one didn't come back.
Why are we being so kind to this? The little dinosaur things were cool.
Bro, it was good.
Cool.
Why were they there even? Where did they come from?
I honestly don't know how they're breathing underwater because they look like lizards and lizards.
Like fucking, what are they? They're raptors, aren't they?
No, there's something else.
They're like water raptors.
They're water raptors. You're right. I thought because they're in the beginning 65 million years ago, and I thought that they were going to have like gills to show that they evolved, but it's just literally the same creature animation. I'm like, yeah, but lizards can't live underwater. They need to get air at some point. I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. But yeah, so much was done with the robot suits, and they're just on a green screen for most of that. But no, when it does get to the carnage at the end, it is a lot of fun. I was on board for the jet ski. I love that a giant squid came out of the trench. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a sweet 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was. I love that they brought Pippin back from the first one, the tiny little dog. They even put her on the goddamn poster for the movie, or one of the posters. Yeah, it's a good time. It just, I don't understand why they drag so much in the beginning. It's like, man, people are going to tune out. You got to make those sharks do something cooler in the beginning. Also, I got tired. I don't know if you realize, like, every like 10 or so minutes, there was a scene where they want the audience to go, oh no, is the uncle dead? And then you go, oh, he's okay. They did that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really care about this uncle character, to be honest. And the fact that you keep putting him in danger, I care less each fucking
the uncle that has this spiritual relationship with one of the megalodons, but doesn't really seem to give a shit about his granddaughter or whatever the hell he is.
His own
niece.
family.
His niece.
I don't know what he is.
I love that you called him an uncle, and then you're like, what is that? His granddaughter?
Well, I don't actually know if is he an uncle or a grandpa? I don't actually know.
No, the grandpa died in the previous film.
Okay. Is that the same actress that played the girl? The little girl?
I didn't look that up.
No, I don't think so.
It
might be, but
yeah, but it was weird. Like Ruby Rose doesn't come back. The blonde girl from Mortal Kombat didn't come back. They brought like 1 or 2 guys back from the first movie, and they're like, all right, goodbye, everyone else.
This is a Jason Statham vehicle, Tony. We're gonna bring Ruby back for Meg 4.
I prefer they never bring Ruby back.
We're bringing them all back. This is going to be the Fast franchise. Statham's in 2 of them. He's in Fast and he's in Meg.
The best Ruby Rose movie ever is John Wick 2 because she doesn't talk. so I don't have to hear her try and fail to act. So that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like that Resident Evil movie where she got sucked in the fan. That was cool.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, so Meg 2, me and Joey thought it was just okay. Adam hates it because he hates fun. And he doesn't understand that the movie is good. It's so good. Bro, it's so good. It's 10
I was
out
going to
of
leave
10.
you with
Bro.
a couple final thoughts on the
Bro,
movie.
it's so good.
Yeah. Can you share some final thoughts?
I'll give you some final thoughts. This movie
from the Adam apples there?
Yeah, loved it. This was hella good. It was good. I loved it. It was good. Yeah, OMG. He's not agreeing to anyone. He just says, yeah, OMG. 9.5 out of 10. So a little bit of criticism there. It was a good movie. Bro, it was so good. What? Not a question mark at the end, just straight up what? It was good, bro. It was good. This film is so good. Bro, it was good. Bro, it was so good. Boo. It's awesome. So he's booing me.
Oh, he's booing you. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yes,
Thank you
good.
so much for clearing that up. Okay, well, you weren't into the Meg. You didn't like its action scenes or the green screen and the actors who really struggled with English, but maybe you liked Heart of Stone on Netflix, Adam.
God.
Did you like Heart of Stone on Netflix?
Did you like Heart of Stone on Netflix?
I believe I texted Joey before I unloaded a bunch of drama that was happening. I believe I texted him.
I want to know what that's a metaphor for.
I believe I texted him. Oh my God, Heart of Stone is so lame.
Yeah, it's so bad.
This literally is just Mission Impossible. Like for people who haven't seen Mission Impossible, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if you've never seen a Mission Impossible movie or a secret agent movie, and you're like 12 and you like Gal Gadot, maybe this is a good movie for you. Yeah. But watching this, and I'm not saying Mission Impossible exists, so no other movie should be like that. But all during this movie, I'm like, wow, I've seen this done so much better. And recently, okay, so for story, I'm gonna try my best here. So she's in MI6, very multicultural MI6, but she's also in a different secret spy organization that uses a magic AI that knows everything. And these people have this ultimate AI they can take over the world with. They just want to stop crimes across the world. I'm like, oh, fuck you. You're going to use this for your own personal advantage. So there's like a mole in the organization, or MI6 team gets killed. And then she has to go up against the 50 Shades of Grey guy. Mm-hmm. And she's got to get the AI out of the hands of the bad guys. And then Glenn Close and BD Wong show up, and I think they fall in an elevator or something. I don't know. I kind of stopped paying attention toward the end of the film. And then it's Gal Gadot and another actress who aren't very good at English. And for the last half hour of the movie, I had to put subtitles on because I'm like, I can't understand what they're saying. Why weren't they just subtitles? Why were they not just subtitles? And I'm going to give credit to a later movie, Blue Beetle, for doing exactly what I'm suggesting. But yeah, Joey, how did you feel about Heart of Stone?
Yeah, was not impressed. Adam does movies. Adam hates everything. Joey C hates this fucking movie. All right. The plot, predictable. Same fucking thing as Mission Impossible. The characters are all predictable. And you know, I got a fucking bone to pick with this movie and Hollywood in general. Because like this movie leaves more for like a sequel or whatever, right? Every fucking film does that now. It's like, what is this just going to be, this movie going to be like the first episode of a series now? Like, I feel like every single movie does that now. Mm-hmm. And it's just silly. It frustrates me. I'm upset. I'm manly and upset.
What are those movies with Chris Hemsworth people keep telling me to check out? The Netflix ones. Extraction?
Oh, Extraction.
Oh,
yeah, I haven't seen them. They look pretty good.
I'm guessing Extraction 1 was good and got a sequel, and now they're like we could do other action series, and for whatever reason it's not taking off. This was a dud.
Yeah, big time.
Dude, I was so confused in the beginning because I guess I missed that she was in MI6 and a different organization. She's talking to
dude. Yeah, it fucked me up so bad.
Were you confused by that, Adam?
Why are we talking about this movie?
Well, real quick.
It's just shovelware.
I was so confused because the guy from Army of the Dead, which sucked, and that prequel that no one fucking watched, and now Snyder fans are pretending they are excited for the next Netflix Snyder movie. It's like, you guys forgot Army of the Dead exists. So he's in the 3D hologram map thing that was stupid.
The Tony Stark Jarvis thing.
Yeah. And he's talking to her, and she's like, I'm gonna need a parachute. And then she suddenly has one that's like all LED. And I'm like, wait, is she in a computer program? Where did the parachute come from? Because she said she needed one, and then she magically had one.
No, he like gave her coordinates to a nearby one, I believe. She like jumped off the side of the hill and rolled for a while and snagged one from one of the locals who had this like high-tech version of a parachute or glider, whatever it is. I don't know.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
That's your problem with the movie. That's your logical.
I couldn't follow the movie.
Right after that scene, she glides down through all these trees and kills what has to be a baker's dozen of bad guys,
at least.
While the rest of her team unsuspectingly is coming down this ski lift, right? She has no more than 45 seconds to dispose of all these bodies and clean up the mess before they notice. And she does. No footprints in the snow, no blood. How is she doing this? It's so ridiculous, but whatever. I would just say Atomic Blonde is a really pretty kick-ass film.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A similar premise. If you're looking for a hot action, star that's not that old of a film, I would watch that. Heart of Stone doesn't need to. We don't need to waste time on this crap.
Didn't Charlize have like a Netflix movie too? That was like an action movies.
I know What's Her Nuts did from Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was terrible.
Yeah, Charlize was in a movie in 2020 called The Old Guard, which I guess was another one.
I didn't see that one. Was that good? Did you see it?
No.
Oh.
It was a Netflix original.
Tony, I'm not gonna read the comment here because we don't do that if it's not a paid comment. But I just want to say what really chaps my ass, and I don't know if you get this or not, but people that say Adam doesn't like any movies, and listen, you stupid little bitch. In just August alone, I liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I liked Oppenheimer. I loved Oppenheimer. I liked Barbie. I liked Talk to the Hand, which is what I'm calling it.
Well, hold on. You liked Barbie?
I kind of went back and forth on it.
Okay, Boys Month.
Boys Month. Come on.
Does he not realize he got kicked off? Adam,
what?
I kicked you off for liking Barbie.
I was going through my list of the reviews I did this month, so I could keep going on a rant. But that's fine. I also like Gran Turismo and The Last Voyage. So that person can just jump.
I think that person might be joking because they do that with me because they assumed I hate everything.
No, I took it personal. Personal. Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure Mike in the stream was counting on his fingers all the movies you liked as you were listing them, just to make sure. But no, look,
out this year?
Look, I like Gal Gadot to a point, but she was a miscast in this role.
Big time.
She can't do the witty, charming one-liner stuff. Like, she's not good at it.
Well, she's not a good actress.
And she's not even like unironically good at it like Arnold was. Like, Arnold should technically not be a good actor, but for some reason it worked.
Well, he's charming, he's got that he's like Dwayne Johnson. They're good at kind of owning the screen. And Gal Gadot, however you say, I think it's Gal Gadot. You always say Gadot, but I don't.
Yeah,
I'm so used to saying Gadot.
Yeah.
But I feel
let's just say Gal Gadot. We'll say that.
Yeah, cool.
She's kind of downplayed beauty-wise in this movie, which is really the best card she has to play in Heart of Stone. And I want to say I do appreciate the title. Heart of Stone is a double pun because she goes by the codename Heart, and she also goes by the codename Stone.
Yes.
So there you go. That's one positive out of the film.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, what else do I want to say about this? I will say, like, the blimp scene was like the only one that kind of caught my held my attention. I'm like,
with the Uncharted-esque fall.
Yeah, I'm like, this would be a fun scene in like, a movie that doesn't suck. But for like in the moment, I'm like, this is kind of fun. Oh, and then she gets like 2 ladies of color to pick her up after being stranded. They have 2 of those scenes in a row. I'm like, am I watching the same scene? They literally recycled their own scene 10 minutes later. But yeah, it's kind of a mess of a movie. She is not the right leading lady for this type of film and this type of character. Yeah, and everyone else was kind of wasted in this, like BD Wong, Glenn Close. Her death scene was pretty funny when she looked at the monitor and she knew she was about to die. Like that was it. Yeah, don't watch it, but what you should do is leave some super chats. We're going to read some super chats right now, guys. Let me find some here. Okay. For $4.99, Dildar the Glorious. Tony, your performance in Dark Knight Rises was so powerful. You deserve an Oscar for Best Unseen Background Character. I have a shrine dedicated to it. Well, I mean, who could argue? Who could argue? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dildar. I hope it's not Dildar.
It's actually pronounced Dildo the Glorious. We all were thinking it.
Next, we have Michael for $1.99. I like your Elmond Razor vids. Do Son of the Mask. What's Elmond Razor?
What is that?
Elm Street and Hellraiser.
Elm and Razor. Oh my God, spaces, please. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, have I reviewed something called Elmond Razor? What is Elmond
Or
Razor?
just caps the A at least, and then you get the the changeover.
Next up from Fior, who I think might have been the one who said you hate everything. Shout out to Best Girls, Crystal and Johanna, for not being here. Take them out to dinner. They are more famous than you. They're never getting that dinner. Look, I know it's September, but this is the August wrap up. So it's still boys month as far as I'm concerned. No girls. Then we got AJ Wizzle for $5 Looney Tunes.
Come on, man.
There's a great atmosphere in the chat, Tony. I just got back from Sound of Freedom that launched in the UK today. Wasn't as much jazz as I was expecting. Oh, because I accidentally watched the Jazz Club Sound of Freedom. Well, AJ, if you like that movie, I highly suggest you go into Adam's DMs or just comment him like on all his public socials and let him know what you thought of the film. AJ, I want Adam to wake up tomorrow to 10,000 comments of you going, it's so good, bro. It's so good. It's so good, bro.
Dude,
10 out of 10. Bro, so good.
You're a pedophile. You got to throw that one in there too. That's what all the other Sound of Freedom comments were.
We say cuties fan on this show.
Oh, sorry. Is that a flag word? I don't
Get our code words right.
Sorry.
Oh man. Okay. AJ Wizzle again for $5 Looney Tunes. Talk to the Hand was meh. I don't care for Australian millennials getting possessed.
Weird that he pointed out Australian.
It's gotta be racist.
But A24 have reinvigorated movie. Yeah, I love that. It's like, I don't care for Australian millennials getting possessed. So that suggests that like
so different.
If you're a Canadian boomer getting possessed, it's like, well, that's all above board. It's when those Australian millennials get possessed that I
bro.
Oh, here we go. Ruining everyone's good time. Crystal for $1.99.
Here we go.
Yay! Ooh. No more boys month. Eat it. K. Thanks. Bye.
Come on, man.
Crystal. God damn it.
That's just silly.
It's silly.
It's really shitty too. Let's be honest. Like I would never go on their channel and say like, "Boo, girls suck." I champion women. I think Tony does. Joey, I know does. Occasionally cosplaying as one. So yeah, we really celebrate women here.
Look. Adam, I don't like this slander of you saying I celebrate women. I tolerate them and I let them on my show. I'm not necessarily a fan. Nor do I endorse them. But
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
I don't endorse women.
I allow them to speak sometimes uninterrupted. Anyway, Michael for $1.99. For Tony, say graphic design is my passion. I'm sure that won't be used against me later on.
Can you say that again while having the thumbnail that you made?
Hold on.
To really drive it home.
Hold on. That's actually a good idea. Hold on.
Yeah, let's get that up. I mean, that one works too. Either one.
Wait, what one? Hold
Hold
on. Let me hide his comment.
Okay.
Graphic design is my passion.
Yeah.
All right, and fuck you guys. That episode did really well. Okay, it was the only really good, high-performing episode of the month. So fuck all of you.
Did you extend Donatello's eyes there, or is that how it was?
No, that's just how it looks.
Okay.
I didn't manipulate pretty much any of these except for Raphael.
Yeah, well, just the shadow, the bloom lighting that you added to them. Yeah.
Psycho Jet Black for $2 says, Tony, do you watch modern wrestling like AEW and WWE? Yes, I do. AEW not so much anymore. I dip in once in a while. I catch like the stuff on socials. I try to watch all the WWE pay-per-views. Actually, I think I'm live streaming tomorrow with my friend Kit. We're doing a live reaction. What's tomorrow, Joey? Payback? Is that what it is?
Payback. That's
yeah.
Right.
So follow me on Twitch and you can watch me watch wrestling. Isn't that so much fun? It's so much fun.
It's a blast, let me tell you.
Okay. The one in Dennis for $5. Can we get Joey C to mention mommy milkers, Joey?
Let me tell you, mommy milkers, baby. All right, we did it, folks. We did it. Mommy milkers has made it. You hear that, landlord? Mommy milkers.
Man, I hope you're looking up at you like, what the fuck?
Good.
And you know, the landlord probably will hear
mommy milkers in here.
I was going to say the landlord probably will hear you because we all heard that car alarm going off outside your window.
I know. Did you hear me fucking close the window?
Yeah, I was about to call you out on it, but Adam was making such a good point. I didn't want to interrupt him.
It's all right.
I interrupt you apparently, but not Adam. Next up, AJ Wizzle. Oh no, Joey, look behind you.
Oh
no,
Kitty,
for $2.
You're dead.
Joey C's new cat has died. Adam, did we explain the backstory of that?
I don't care. I mean, oh no, you haven't. I'd love to hear it.
In January, when we did this first monthly wrap up, after we did our yearly one, me and Joey showed off our cats on stream, and then the day later, his cat died. So now the rule is don't put your cat on camera.
Oh my god!
And Joey C's cat has broken that rule now. So I guess keep an eye on him, Joey.
Did he die of a broken heart, or what happened?
It died because Tony's still single, and the grief transferred to the cat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Meanwhile, my own cat could care less about how I'm doing.
It died like Padme of a broken heart.
That's right. That's fucking right.
How ironic was it?
Tony's still single.
How ironic was it that like Carrie Fisher's mom technically died of a broken heart? Like that was a coincidence.
Yeah,
anyway,
was
it? Anyway, Rob K for $5. Here's money to take Crystal and Johanna out to dinner. Add some Arby's coupons and you're all set. Look, I'm not
$5.
It's been over a year. I'm not taking them home have fucking dinner.
Nice meal at Arby's though. I mean, come on, couple nice meals out of the town, roast beefs.
Psycho Jet Black again. Adam and Joey C. How much do you love Tony? Oh, I like this.
Should we take turns, Adam?
I mean, let me count the ways. I do really appreciate my friendship with Tony. He's a good guy. I have people on my channel from time to time. Joey, I haven't had you on yet. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Nothing personal.
You're welcome to join actually tonight if you want. Tony's coming on.
Do you like Adam Sandler, Joey?
Oh, the newest Adam Sandler vehicle is something. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, if you want to come on after the stream, please feel free to. Anybody's welcome. It's a party. But Tony, the real party is our friendship. I think over the years we've really forged together as one kind of solid object. And even though you don't have a woman in your life, you do have a friend in me. You do have a friend in me.
Thank you, Adam.
That is true.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Joey, say nice things about me. Because this rarely happens on this fucking show.
Yeah.
It's usually the opposite. But yes.
Tony, allow me to tell you, you're handsome, you're gorgeous, you're funny, you're kind, you're a fucking catch, man, and any female would they should be fucking honored to be in your presence.
I mean, I was
And,
being honest with my
you know,
phrase. but
no, listen, I wear this man.
Don't interrupt him, Adam.
You shut the fuck up, Adam. I wouldn't, if I wasn't confident in my words, I wouldn't wear this shirt out at college bars because let me tell you, the women love it. I had a girl lick the shirt last week. I wish that was a joke. Tony is just
You didn't get a picture
man.
of that, you asshole.
I will tonight.
Good.
Tony,
good.
I love you, buddy.
Thank you. Okay, we got 3 more, and then we're gonna get back to movies.
That was
So
nice.
get your super chats in. We'll read them at the end. Okay. Oh shit! Hold on. I forgot to send the link out to patrons. Oh no. Oh no. Can someone read this while I send the link out to patrons?
Adam?
Dildo Baggins says for $9.99. Thank you, Dildar the Glorious. It is pronounced Dildar, Tony, and you were right, Adam. And you were right, Adam, for thinking it was Dildo was playing Halo with friends. Okay, this is a complete run-on sentence. I don't know if I can do this. It is pronounced Dildar, Tony, and you were right, Adam, for thinking it was Dildo was playing Halo with friends and made it my username, and my friends made fun of me because of how it sounds like it.
You know, how dare they make fun of you for it?
That's how this was read.
We are very mature here. We would never make fun of your username here.
I will
say
I love Halo. I was a big Xbox 360 guy until my Xbox 360 red ringed of death. And it really killed because I had the, Halo 1 through 3. I was a big fan. I had the HD DVD player, if you remember that, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
And when I lost my Xbox, I lost the player.
Bummer.
So Xbox lost the customer.
There it is.
I have a player right here.
Yeah.
A fan gave me 2 HD DVD players and their entire HD DVD collection.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize to everyone on Patreon. I totally just forgot to say. There they are.
Wow, I got a whole set of HD DVDs back there. This is Planet Earth. This is the Sigourney Weaver narrated edition. I think this ran me $80.
Ooh.
Wow.
So yeah, not a good investment.
Wow.
And I don't have an HD DVD player, so those are just there. They're props. They're stupid props.
I have a very limited edition copy of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for Xbox 360. I paid $24.99 for it, which I gotta be honest with you, that's a little too much.
Did that have the Jackass characters in that one?
That one? No, that's Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Underground, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Is
Okay,
Tony still doing stuff? Do we have to
do
keep
one
talking?
do one more show and tell, and we'll be good.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I mean, Joey, did you ever play the Halo franchise? Are you into those games?
Oh boy, did I!
Okay. What was your favorite? I was always a fan of 3.
3 was absolutely my favorite.
It was kind of peak, I believe. I haven't played any of the new ones because Xbox burned that bridge when my system died. And
there's my Master Chief Xbox 360 controller.
That's actually really nice.
Okay,
now you're probably wondering why.
This will be really fun for the audio-only listeners too.
Yeah,
Okay. I sent the link out. It looks like we already have. I feel so bad that I forgot to do that. I'm usually on top of that. One thing about Halo, though, I was thinking about this the other day. So many people I know were so into Halo, so obsessed with Halo. I didn't see one person talk about that show last year, the Halo show.
Yeah.
Not even to shit on it. It just was so under the radar. Like, people could not. And I'm like, I had friends who were like unhealthily obsessed with Halo and played it constantly. And like, across social media, none of those fuckers said one thing about the show.
I think it's because Halo Infinite kind of didn't do very well. I think it had an okay launch, and then it just kind of fizzled out. And then they were probably planning on piggybacking off the success and the repopularization of the franchise with the game, and it all kind of fell on its face. I heard the show kind of sucked. So
yeah, well, they did the thing where like they like took Master Chief's helmet off, and he was just like a dude, and it's like, oh, it's not what people want.
Should have been a woman. Then it would have been something to talk about.
Okay. We will pick up where I left off in the super chats toward the end. It looks like everyone is here now. The patrons are here. My bad. The next film, oh god, I forgot. Ignore that. Ignore that picture. Ignore that picture. That's a surprise. Okay. Strays. The R-rated Jesus Christ. Sorry, I just saw someone pop in the thing there and it scared me. The R-rated dog movie starring Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, among other people. Joey, what did you think of this film?
Jesus Christ, this fucking movie, dude. It's good to see like an adult animal talkie film. You know,
it is.
Yeah,
we've come a long way from like Hotel for Dogs or whatever that movie was, but the fucking language was insane. It was like every 10 seconds. It was raunchy as hell. I thought it was pretty funny. It's obviously not supposed to be a serious film, so you got to keep that in mind when you're watching it. But yeah, I'll tell you what I really liked that probably not a lot of people would like is like all the dog cliches in there, like the mirrors and the mailman and shit like that. That was kind of funny.
There's dog cliches and then there's dog movie cliches. But I'm sorry, I glossed over the rich story here. The story is that this dog Reggie, who he actually thinks his name is Shitbag, he has like the worst owner in the world. Who is it? Is it Will Forte or
the last man on earth?
Yeah.
McGruber.
So this dog has pretty much kind of ruined this guy's life. Because like his girlfriend walked out on him because the dog revealed that he was cheating on her by eating some other girl's underwear. And the guy can't get rid of the dog, so he does this game where he drives the dog really far away, but then it comes back. So one day he drives him like 3 hours away into a city, and Reggie becomes a stray. And he wants to get back home, and he becomes friends with one stray dog, and then two other dogs just decide to join him on this adventure. And along the way, he realizes his owner kind of sucked, so now it becomes a revenge mission, and the goal in this film is for Reggie to get back to his owner and bite his dick off, because Will Forte loves his dick more than anything else. And you're right. They go on dog adventures and they run into cliches. I love when they go to the carnival and the fireworks are going off and they think they're being attacked with bombs and they're freaking out. And then it cuts to like the human perspective and everyone's just kind of like cheering. It's like not that bad. But there were dog movie parodies. So Josh Gad and Dennis Quaid were both in A Dog's Purpose and they both have cameos in this film. Josh Gad's and I'm not even the biggest Josh Gad fan, but his cameo was really funny because it took an unexpected turn. But no, I appreciate them parodying something that's usually super family friendly. It's not the most original thing in the world to do. But I got invested in these dog stories. I grew up a lot watching Homeward Bound. I don't know why I watched that movie so much as a kid. So I was kind of enjoying their journey home, like Homeward Bound.
Well, and of course, the definitive sequel, Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco.
Of course, superior, I think.
Yeah.
The gross out humor didn't do it too much for me, like all the dog shit. There's an extended dog shit scene, an extended dog boner scene. The movie is funny for the most part. It does make a mistake by putting Brett Gelman in the movie. Stop putting Brett Gelman in things. Why do they keep putting Brett Gelman in? He ruined Stranger Things. I can't stand Stranger Things whenever he shows up.
I don't know who that is. Why am I not understanding?
The bald guy with the beard who's really annoying in Stranger Things. He was paired with Winona Ryder most of the last season.
Oh, okay. He's not even ringing a bell, but all right.
Yeah, which is why I'm shocked whenever he's in all these things.
I remember who he is.
But yeah, no, the movie is fun. Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell are real entertaining in it. Not the best thing ever, but I had a good time. Joey, it seems like you had a good time too.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. I liked it. Fun writing.
This would be, and I wouldn't know because I'm gonna die alone. But this would be a fun movie to prank your girlfriend with. Like, hey, I got this movie about dogs. You like dogs, right? Because most girls like dogs.
Sure, right.
And it'd be like, oh yeah, let's watch this. Oh, it's a dog. It's got to get home. It's like this. It's like this. And then you put this fucking movie on. It's just like, it's a fun girlfriend movie. Put it on to prank your girlfriend. Let me know how it goes. Yeah. But yes, now let's get into the real film of the night. And we're gonna bring in our Latinx representative, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you. Even
It's
though
like
you're not Mexican, you will be joining us for this Mexican film.
Kind of got a laundry basket POV shot. I like it.
Look. His microphone isn't rubbing on his beard. This is a win for us.
The TV isn't on. There's not a conversation happening out there. It's good.
I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best.
That's right.
So, the next film, Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle, which is maybe the first movie in James Gunn's DCU. He kind of explains that really weird when they asked him, because they were like, oh, so he's like, this is the first DCU character, but Superman Legacy will be the first movie. It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
It was very obvious what it meant, Tony. If this movie makes a lot of money, we're going to see more Blue Beetle in the DCU. If it doesn't, we'll see what happens.
I love that James Wan is about to like sue Warner Brothers for constantly delaying Aquaman. That's pretty funny.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, the movie was finished like a year and a half ago, but they keep forcing reshoots on him. And he's like, just put the fucking movie out.
And it's crazy because the first one's like the highest grossing.
I know, out of all of them.
Movie. Yeah.
Now, I'm not the biggest fan of this character. I like a Blue Beetle
because he's
Blue
Hispanic,
Beetle,
or
well, why? I think that's you. Now, Adam, I know you were despite your past comments, I know you were actually excited for the movie, and I remember you tweeting about it. Here's the tweet we have here. This is from Cinco de Mayo this year. You said, "Happy Cinco de Mayo. The best Mexican superheroes will be in DC's Blue Beetle. I love Hispanics." And I remember you tweeted
when you went by that quickly earlier. I thought that was Gilbert Gottfried.
No, that's a real tweet of you. You tweeted that you were very excited for this movie. So I like the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. That's the Blue Beetle I like. However, this version, Jaime, in high school, like 2006, when I was like really getting into like buying comics monthly, that's when they kind of introduced this version of Blue Beetle. So I was there at the beginning of this character, and they've been trying to push him for over 15 years. And the most I think he ever gets is he's okay, I guess. No one's ever really thrilled with this character. I've never met anyone who's like, I fucking love the third Blue Beetle. It's my fucking favorite. Yeah. It's like, no, he's actually all the Blue Beetle. The joke with Booster Gold and then the Ted Kord Blue Beetle, the joke is like no one really knows who they are. They're not that big of a deal, and that's where a lot of the comedy comes from. But yeah, so my knowledge of this character is like pre-New 52, and everything I saw in this movie was not what I remembered. So I'm out of the loop. Mike, what do you know about this version of Blue Beetle? Are you a fan of it?
Literally all I knew was that he was Hispanic.
And that was enough for you?
That checks the box.
That was enough for me. Like, hey, he's brown. I'm in. You got my money.
Look, I saw a trailer for Equalizer 3 where Denzel Washington is in Italy. And just because it was in Italy, I didn't rush out to see it. Nor did I see the Pope's Exorcist, okay?
Is that any good? I saw that was added to one of the
people are telling me it's really good. I just haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
So Joey, are you familiar with this character before this movie?
No, not at all. Not even in the fucking slightest. I just saw that he was Hispanic and I checked the box.
Adam, well, we know you were excited based on this tweet we saw.
Yeah, of course, right.
You were excited for the movie.
I was familiar with the character when he was red, and he was a Marvel character, but I think he went by the name Iron Man then. Now he's Blue Beetle.
So I saw this movie today, and the first scene where he's like being armored up, the little kid like in the row next to me, I heard him to his grandmother go, Iron Man. I was like, no fucking way. I'm like, and that's not even a joke. I think the kid like got confused.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
When I took my goddaughter to see Justice League, the theatrical cut, which you reviewed recently, Adam.
I did, yeah.
She had not seen like a lot of the Marvel movies, but she knew what they were. And when Cyborg showed up, she was like, "Is that Iron Man?" And I wanted to be like, "Yeah, that actually is
Iron Man. It's one of his new suits. It's his Mech 4 suit or whatever they call these stupid things."
So yeah, a version of this character I did like was Batman Brave and the Bold. He was a big character on that show. They go into that whole thing. But yeah, wasn't a huge fan of this character. Don't know what his current origin is post many reboots. But yeah, I dug the film. I dug the film for the most part. I did like that it acknowledged the previous 2 Blue Beetles a lot, actually. They were actually, their history was like a big part of the character. I thought they were going to totally ignore them. I literally thought they were going to be like, screw those white guys. We're all on board with Jaime. I'm like, wow, no, they actually celebrated like the history of this character. So I thought that was cool. Joey, what did you think of the Blue Beetle?
I was pretty pleasantly surprised watching it. What I really liked about it was like, in a lot of like family movies, like usually only like 1 or 2 characters gets to shine, but I felt like everybody in the family got to have their piece of the pie, and it kind of felt like an actual family. And I think like the main character really had a lot of charm and charisma. And like that dude was going to be a fucking superhero, whether he liked it or not. Shout out to, oh no, it's okay. Yeah, it's good. Adam, you want to go?
I wanted to ask you about that actor. What is he from? I know he's from something that I don't watch. What is he from?
I have not a clue. Not a fucking clue, man.
He's from, the main guy's from, what the hell is that show? Karate Kid, Netflix.
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
Yeah, we don't watch it. I don't even know.
I was informed that he was in Cobra Kai.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going, Joey.
Oh, thank you. Wow, I appreciate that. Shout out to
question for you. That wasn't me stopping you. That was a question for you. Keep going.
Thank you, Tony. Shout out to Bearded Outlaw. We got some good representation in this movie. And it wasn't too exaggerated or stereotypical like some Italian American films.
What is it about Italians? We love our stereotypes. I feel like we're the only group that really loves. It's like you're all violent murderers that like steal everything, and we're like, yeah, Mamma Mia.
Yeah,
like, why are we like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are we like that?
It's so,
Mamma Mia, yelling it. Mamma Mia.
Like there's so many movies that paint Italians as violent murderers, and Italians will go to the theater and be like, yeah, look at us.
Yeah, I got fucking like a Goodfellas poster right there. So we're just
Goodfellas
fucking
poster.
silly.
Adam, I you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have our Latinx person go last, so we're gonna skip you, Adam. Mike, what did you think of the Blue Beetle?
10 out of 10. Best movie I've ever seen.
Fuck yeah.
No,
like, what did you really think of the
It was good. It was really good, bro.
No, I liked it. I really liked the family aspect because it did hit home for me.
Mm.
It really did. Like his family felt like my family. A lot of his parents coming from Mexico without anything. That's how my grandpa came from Puerto Rico without anything. The struggle for his kids to become successful. Wanting us to do better. So it really hit home.
Mm.
Yeah. So
and you've also got an alien bug attached to you too. You related to that?
You related to that part the most.
right. But no, I really liked it.
Okay. Adam, how did you feel about this film?
I wasn't huge on it. I don't like family or friends or anything, so that part I didn't relate to at all. No, like, listen, the family was actually great. George Lopez was easily the standout in this movie. Yep. I enjoyed him quite a bit. He was pretty funny, loud, obnoxious, but in a good way. The sister was okay. She was kind of the weak part for me. I did find some of the scenes. Okay, let me set this aside. This felt like a Disney movie, but it had a lot of swearing in it, so it couldn't go full Disney. Yeah. So I felt like I don't know who this was for because there's fart jokes, there's a good amount of swearing. It's very kind of cliche by the book storytelling, and the superhero origin story thing is so played out that just kind of saying, hey, we have Latin representation it's going to work for some, but I needed a lot more than this. And a great example of something early that I thought missed the mark. I agreed with all the messages as far as, how the characters are treating this as garbage. But there's a scene early on where they're working at the pool that's run by the evil villain of this, Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon.
Very interesting choice for the villain here. They're working there, and the dude's like, hey, is it Heyman? I'm sorry, I forget.
Jaime.
He's like, hey, hello, and he's waving to the rich, pompous ass, and she's on the phone talking, and he's like, hey, hello. She's in the middle of a call, like on a meeting.
Yeah.
He's kind of rudely interjecting, and then his sister's like, they don't notice people like us. And I just felt like you could have set that up so much better, where she could have maybe just been walking normally and not in the middle of a conversation. like the messages didn't hit right for me.
Yeah,
there.
that was bizarre.
You're being the rude one here, dude. It's not because you're less than her, which obviously she does think that, but it didn't play out that way in the scene. The other thing is the effects were really hit and miss, which doesn't bother me much. I like the Flash, and that movie had disastrous effects. But when I didn't have anything that was really working, it was just hard to get behind any of it at all. One last thing, there are the creativity in this movie. Let me point something out. There are 4 fucking helicopter shutter camera shots in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where a helicopter flies by a fake camera. And the camera goes, voo, 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 voo. There's 4 of them. What was the deal?
I agree with you. The family was okay for the most part. George Lopez's screaming was either funny or irritating. The sister's witty comments weren't like 100% for me. I'm sorry. I didn't find the grandmother funny. That was so forced for me. I don't know. Did you guys like the grandma? I thought that was like overboard. I'm like, all right, it's not that funny,
it's got like
I can see how
it's got a Spy Kids vibe to it.
It does, yeah.
Which is fine. Spy Kids is fun, but this is in the superhero genre, and it's just so played out. If this would have came out a decade ago, I might not be as hard on it as I am. Yeah. But it's just wash, rinse, repeat at this point.
I liked his actual parents. Did anyone recognize his mom from something?
Yeah, is she from Martin?
No, she's Anna from Predator. She's the only woman in the movie.
Oh my
Predator.
God.
Yeah. I don't see her in many movies. So when I saw her, I'm like, that's Anna. I'm like, I know that is her from Predator. Yeah, you're right. So it is the typical superhero origin stuff. It does fall into a lot of cliches where basically the bad guy is just him in a different suit. And actually, I was a little confused because are my slides just not working? That's awesome.
They're doing stuff.
Are they on your end?
Yeah, they're moving around. There's comic book covers, and now there's
what the fuck? Why isn't it moving around on my end?
You're going back and forth like a spaz.
Hold on. They were not moving on my end. They were just, and now they're not loading. How awesome is that?
Describe them
we
for
can
us,
see him.
Tony.
Yeah,
we see a red Power Ranger guy right now.
Yep.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. Let me pull up the slides on the actual thing so I know what's actually showing, because I forget how I ordered them.
It's the bad dude.
Yeah, but hold on. God damn you. Was it slide?
Now it's a cartoon bad dude.
Yeah, now it's cartoon bad guy.
Okay. Slide 21. There's a bunch of comic book covers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they kept calling the thing OMAC, the One-Man Army Corps, which is a thing from the comic. It's actually several things from the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Several different characters. So I kept expecting it to look like that. And then when it shows up in the movie, it's this. And I'm like, wow, they really redesigned that character. But apparently this is someone else from the Blue Beetle comic. So I was like so confused that they kept calling him OMAC. It didn't make sense to me.
Oh, they like cross-pollinated 2 different things?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like he is a character and that is his name, whatever it is in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she kept referring to him as OMAC just really confused me. But yeah, that is a cliche. Like the Sony Spider-Man movies do that, where the bad guy is just the Sony standalone Spider-Man movies do that, like Morbius and whatnot, where it's like the bad guy is just a different version of the good guy. So that was annoying. But
I will say a positive on that. I thought the bad guy with the sub villain, I guess, whatever you want to call him, he was actually pretty damn compelling at the end, and I liked how that played out. But the stuff with the corporation was just a little too much. If they would have focused, I think, on him as just the sole antagonist, it would have worked a lot better for me.
Well, they wanted to set up the Ted Kord stuff, and like I said, I appreciate that they went into all the Ted Kord stuff because I do love that character. And I like that even though he wasn't in the movie, we got to see a lot of his tech, like the Beetle, the big Beetle that they fly in. Whatchamacallit, if you've ever seen Watchmen, Night Owl was pretty much based off the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. And the owl ship that they fly in Watchmen is a parody of the Beetle from Blue Beetle.
That's what I thought when I was watching it. I was like, that reminded me of the one from
Well,
Watchmen.
originally Watchmen was going to be set in the DC universe. And then I guess the executives are like, wow, if you write the story, all our characters are going to look like assholes. So they're like, make them like versions. So like the Question became Rorschach and other things like that. So I appreciated that. But yeah, even when it was cliche, I thought it did it well enough. You're right. There's too many movies that are similar, but I actually had a good time with this. And I know you thought the effects were hit or miss. For me, they mostly work. Not so much the CGI city in a lot of it, but like the stuff with the suit and whatnot. After seeing so many movies this summer that looked like they were unfinished. Like I liked Shazam 2, but that movie had some rough visual effects.
Yeah.
This movie looked like a completed finished movie, like it wasn't awkwardly tampered with in post.
Oh, see, I disagree. I thought it had
Really?
kind of that Joss Whedon stank filter thrown on. It had that yellow garbage filter, and the neon just did not mesh well with the color grading they were doing. I expected dark contrasting colors with vibrant neon, but instead it was this like piss filter they put on top of it.
You know what might have affected me? The theater I was in, they didn't dim the lights enough. So everything looked good. Everything looked pretty good to me, but maybe I'm not seeing the CGI to its full potential. But no, I actually really like the scene where he goes to heaven, I guess, and talks to his dad. And then the other scene where the bad guy goes to heaven and talks to his mom and then drags the white lady with him. I thought that was
it's
bizarre.
The Black Panther heaven thing, like the Lion King nexus.
Yeah, like I said, it's stuff we've seen before, but unlike Heart of Stone, which was stuff we've seen before but lame, this is stuff we've seen before but competent. And I actually would like to see it continued. I would love a prequel with the actual like Ted Kord Blue Beetle, or not so much Dan Garrett. The first Blue Beetle I don't give a shit about, but the second one I want to see just because he's tied to Booster Gold, who's a character I really care about. So Mike, do you think this is a win for the DCU? Did they get the DCU off on the right foot?
Personally, I would hope so, but no, I don't think this is the one that's going to start it off.
Come on,
it's got to be It's going to be Superman.
Are you excited to see Blue Beetle team up with Superman?
Yeah,
it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think James Gunn, because he did say this in that little spiel video message before. Wasn't he calling the DCEU Elseworlds now, or Other Worlds or something?
I think he was referring to stuff like Batman and Joker. I think that's what he was referring to.
He said something about, because The Flash, if that would have been successful, which it bombed, I think that was also going to kind of carry on. And I would imagine Blue Beetle would have been part of that, and not necessarily, but
I do want to point out, his suit, now that I'm looking at it, so his suit is mostly digital, but they built a real suit. And I appreciated that when he didn't have the CGI face or tentacles, I think it was just an actual suit, like on camera.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by that. And part of me thinks, after what they did on The Flash, they just ran out of money to make it digital the entire time. And I'm like, no, that's good, because for me, it matched well with the CGI. But I'm like, wow, it's nice to see a superhero just wearing some fucking garment or something instead of they're always constantly changed. And I looked up what the suit looked like on set, and it matches the CGI model almost completely. Not like, so Spider-Man in Civil War looks weird because they shot that movie not knowing what he was going to look like. So like, if you see what the Spider-Man suit looked like on set, like the temporary one, it looks nothing like the finished one. So no, it was nice just seeing a fucking guy in a costume and not a weird CGI skin tight costume for the whole thing.
Well, I got bad news for you guys.
What?
The movie had a budget of $104 million, and it's only grossed $85 million worldwide. And that's the full like release.
Now I feel bad for Mike.
Yeah,
because this movie would have really helped the. Oh shit! What was that character Bad Bunny was supposed to play? I can't even joke about it because I don't know the character. Oh my god! Oh god! Hold on!
It's a luchador.
Just watch Coco. That's a much better movie.
Like El Muerto or something.
Bad Bunny luchador movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't Bad
Yes,
Bunny?
El Muerto. El Muerto. Yeah, they were gonna make El Muerto, who's a
Yeah.
Spider-Man character I've never heard of.
I never
Ever.
heard of him either. But again, is it Bad Bunny's in it?
It would have been. It would have. You would. The
Is
Puerto
Bad Bunny
Ricans
the
would've-
guy that was in Bullet Train?
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
so.
I
Yeah.
liked him
Yes.
in that. He was good in
Yeah,
that.
great movie.
Look, you would have gotten a Puerto Rican superhero played by Bad Bunny, but he apparently has walked off the project. And I think after Blue Beetle, they might have pumped the brakes on that.
Yeah.
So
No more
I'm
Latin
just
superhero movies.
so because of people like Adam and their racism,
right.
you're not going to get El Muerto starring Bad Bunny. I'm very upset by this. We're all upset by this.
I do enjoy El Macho, who's the villain in Despicable Me 2.
Yes,
That counts for anything.
exactly.
And there's also a great video game. I think there's 2 of them, and I am gonna screw up the name. It's El something. Also, it's a side-scroller Metroidvania type game. Is this coming clicking anybody? It's very colorful, cell shaded.
Guacamelee?
Well, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Guacamelee. That game is
Yeah.
fantastic.
That was a fun game.
I'm an adult.
Oh, you should.
Yeah,
you
video
should
games are for children. Sorry.
Yes, they
Thank
are.
you for reminding me, Mike.
Blue Beetle's definitely a film geared towards adults with refined taste.
I also
Blue
saw it with
Beetle-
my nephew. I see all the movies
Yeah.
with him, so seeing through his eyes, also brings
Yeah,
my grade
look,
up a little bit.
That goes a long way, honestly. I always share how I took my daughter to Wonder Woman, and she was just over the moon for it. So it definitely does help.
So is my goddaughter, and I heard your story about Wonder Woman 84, and yeah, my goddaughter did the same thing. Where she watched the whole movie, but she was like, "Yeah, it's not as good as that other one."
Oh my god! Yeah, she saw Wonder Woman. She's like, "I love Wonder Woman. She's my favorite superhero." Fast forward like a couple years later, Wonder Woman 84. My daughter leaves the room halfway through. I don't like Wonder Woman anymore.
But yeah, I had a good time with the movie. I think it's fine and fun, as I say often on this show. And the fact that it was so cliche really helped. That meant I could go to the bathroom and come back and I knew exactly what was happening. Also, I love that they kept Ted Cord white, but they were like, we got to give him a Brazilian daughter. I'm like, okay, all right, all right. I wonder who's gonna play him if they ever bring him back.
I know he's the dude that plays Blue Beetle, so he wants Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, I like
That'd be
Jason
good
Sudeikis.
for an older Blue Beetle. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That'd be a good choice. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with the Scarab. I know like the Scarabs are sent by like an evil alien organization. So if they end up doing a sequel or shoehorning him in the new DCU Justice League universe, it'd be cool to see if they get back to that. But yes, that is it for our movies. We're gonna bring some people in. A person who had a mask on, if you would like to put your mask back on, now would be the time. Yeah, let's bring him on because this is actually a sad mask right now.
Okay.
Here we have Steven from Discord.
Hello, everybody.
Wearing the late Bray Wyatt's mask. We're all very sad. Adam, Bray Wyatt was a very good wrestler who died unexpectedly this month at a very young age. But he was like, he was a big, everyone took their
Did official Joey C just have him on his stream the night before he died? Or
yes. But that is actually the mask that he wore. That is the mask. It was made by Tom Savini, who's like a famous horror movie makeup effects guy. So he was also Sex Machine in From Dusk Till Dawn. He acted as well.
Nice.
But yeah, so he died unexpectedly. Steven from Discord, which movie on the list did you see?
I saw Blue Beetle. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to remember now. I'm so tired. Blue Beetle, Hearts of Stone, the Meg.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, real quick. What did you think of the Meg to the Trench?
I actually liked it way more than you guys. You guys were saying like it took quite a bit to get into it. I actually enjoyed all the stuff in the trench. I just found it like so ridiculous, them having like these like underwater mech suits and like these like harpoon guns, and they're just being chased by like all these like weird creatures down there. So I was actually feeling the movie for like a good bit, and then just like the last like 40 minutes were just like I was having a blast that entire time.
Did you find it weird that, and maybe I missed it, but they had a scene where the uncle gets in the mech suit and he punches a cinder block and breaks it in half? Did they do anything with that? I mean, they kind of took some time to showcase that maybe Statham was going to get in one of these and do an aliens situation.
I think they did punch a couple of the monsters, but I think those guys who were illegally mining using the suits, I think they were like punching into the rocks.
Yeah,
and shit,
I
maybe.
wasn't keeping track of the rich story that was on display.
What's funny too is that guy is a big martial arts star in Hong Kong, and he does no fighting the whole movie.
That is weird. He didn't want to be typecasted, I guess.
This is his first big. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No. Keep going.
This is his first big American movie, and so I actually kind of liked him in this movie just because it's like you said, there's 3 times where you, oh my god, did he die? And he's like, no, I'm okay, and that just keeps
constantly
happening the whole movie.
Okay, you saw the Meg. What was the other one you said besides Blue Beetle? Heart of Stone. What did you think of Heart of Stone? Was that a win for you?
No, I watched that before the podcast, and 45 minutes. There's 40 minutes left, and I'm just like, oh hey, the movie dumpster episode that you're with the last Voyager the Demeter is on. I'll watch that simultaneously.
Oh, so you turned Heart of Stone off?
I watched them both in tandem.
I watched them at the same time. And I don't feel like I missed anything. It was
you didn't.
From either.
It was one of the most boring spy action movies. It was bad. Gal Gadot is I don't think she's a good actress at all.
No.
I've Wonder Woman, I think she's pretty good in, but everything after that, she's just been so just uncharismatic and uninteresting and everything.
It was funny in Wonder Woman. They're like, oh no, we cast someone who can't do accents. All the Amazonians will sound like her. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah,
I don't want to give her any lessons or anything. Maybe get nope. All the Amazonians are now have to sound like Gal Gadot. Like, oh, that's poor whatever her name was. Okay. And then Blue Beetle. What did you think about Blue Beetle? Was it the best thing ever? Was it the hero that Latinx people needed, or are you racist like Adam?
Yeah.
No, well, I'm Mexican, so I can't be racist.
Oh, okay. So what did you think of it?
So I actually really enjoyed Blue Beetle. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Blue Beetle.
I don't think anyone is, to be honest.
I own a Blue Beetle comic, so that makes me a bigger fan than most people, I guess. But yeah, I've been a fan of the character for quite a bit. I like him in video games and cartoons and stuff like that. He has a major kind of Kamen Rider Tokusatsu influence, and so I'm being a big fan of that. I've been drawn to him. And plus, I think it's just cool that there's a Mexican hero that just kind of happens to be Mexican, and that's not it's not his entire identity is his race. It's just, oh yeah, hey, he's Mexican. That's cool.
Yeah. See, I feel like it kind of was though in the movie.
Well, in the movie, it
was. Yeah.
In the movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know you saw that in the comics. I didn't even Oh, actually, sorry. One thing I appreciated in the movie was the white girl calling him Jamie. Because for the first 2 years of me reading comics where he would appear, I kept misreading it as Jamie. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until the cartoon where Batman says Jaime, and I'm like, hold on, Jaime. And I looked at my comic, oh, son of a bitch, I've been reading this wrong for 2 years.
I'm a racist.
I'm a racist. I can't. It was 2008. I canceled myself. No one knew what I was talking about. I'm like, cancel me. They're like, we don't know do you have a show? What are you talking about?
In the future.
In the future. Make sure to cancel me in the future.
It's okay. You don't have to feel bad about that. I thought it was Jamie too for the longest time. And then they called him Jaime, and I'm just like, oh wow, I'm a horrible Latinx person. But...
So Blue Beetle was a win. You're sad it didn't do well at the box office.
Oh, very much sad. Because I was watching it and just I know it's very derivative of other types of movies now, but I feel like it just everything that it just hit, it did pretty well, and so I ended up just having an enjoyable experience with it. I also like the kind of the lineage of Blue Beetles. I like Ted Kord. I would love to see a Ted Kord movie. So was another thing where it's oh cool, if there's a sequel he can team up with Ted Kord, but I don't think we're getting that now.
I don't think we're getting that.
No.
Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and wearing that mask, even though it's huh?
I said sorry for scaring people.
Oh, you're making them all sad. They're all thinking about Bray Wyatt now.
Okay.
But yes, thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Finish your sentence. Finish your word.
I just like to say,
I said thank you for having me, Tony. It was nice talking to all of you guys.
Okay, goodbye. All right. Jay, my man, what's up?
Hi,
Hello.
everyone. Also, Boys Month, huh?
Yeah,
right.
Boys Month was great.
That's right.
Which movie did you end up seeing that's on this list?
Too bad I only saw two, that being Talk to Me and Blue Beetle.
Well, how did you feel about Talk to Me? Did you think it was scary?
There was definitely some creepy moments, but I do agree that I wish there was. It kind of reminded me of one of those elevated horror films where it pretends to be a horror film, but it feels more like a psychological drama.
Which I'm fine with. I wanted some scares. What did you say? You saw Blue Beetle. How did you feel about Blue Beetle?
Everything you said, especially to the whole Spy Kids analogy, because when watching it, I keep thinking, I feel like I'm watching Spy Kids all over again with the family.
Especially with George Lopez.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. He's a carryover.
Are you guys excited for the new Spy Kids coming out?
And it's also by Rodriguez, isn't it? He's rebooting his own franchise.
No way.
What are we
Didn't
doing
they
anymore?
Didn't they reboot it like 10 years ago?
The thing is, I remember enjoying the first Spy Kids movie. I thought it was a fun little flick. And now he's going back and he's like, what if I remake my own movie, but worse, and a Netflix exclusive?
Oh.
Two kids that don't look even remotely charismatic.
Well, you know,
Well, I don't know about you, but I have a soft spot for the first film, despite the CGI kind of aging well.
Yeah, I like it too.
Me too. Yeah.
Good.
Also, I'm not for you, but are you familiar with the Raka crew that directed the Talk to Me?
No, I'm not. What else have they done? Sorry.
Well, let's just say they're one of the. They came from YouTuber background, but it's one of the few YouTubers that kind of deviate themselves from.
Yeah, that's kind of like
influence coach.
Sorry, your mic's going in and out, buddy.
Instead of the usual shtick, like those others that try to transition to movies like this.
Oh Jesus, it's catching up. Sorry, man. Your mic is like on a delay, so you broke up and then you sped up really quick. But what you're saying,
really?
There was
It sounds perfectly fine to me, Tony. I think it's you.
Oh, shut up, Adam. Are you fucking with me right now? No, I was gonna say the guy something Sandberg, the guy who does the Shazam movies. He also did Lights Out and Annabelle. He and his wife, I think, started doing like horror movies on YouTube, like horror shorts, and that's kind of how they transitioned to these like major films somehow.
Yeah.
But no, I should check out their channel. Actually, I want to see what other cool stuff they do.
I recommend. There's this video that they called. What was it? It was something called Five Nights at Sesame Street.
Okay.
Like a Five Nights at Freddy's parody.
Hold on.
It's a real doozy, especially 10 years ago.
Okay, I am gonna put it on my YouTube. I'm gonna watch it later. Five Nights at Sesame Street. There it is. All right, man. Thank you for stopping by.
Wait, didn't he see Blue Beetle also?
Yeah, we were just talking.
Yeah, that's how we got on the.
Oh, he said Spy
Kids.
Kids. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have more to say about Blue Beetle?
No, but I hope that they continue on with this direction compared to The Flash, which is sad since this one is not making enough money. But I don't know. I like to see things, especially that compared to The Flash, I feel like this is a superhero film that I definitely want to enjoy. And it feels like its own thing compared to like, let's put Batman cameo in the very end, or here's another superhero related to this.
I like The Flash. That was pretty fun. We just watched it again. I showed it to my kids. They had a blast watching it.
I enjoyed The Flash for the most part, but I did enjoy that I did appreciate that they're like, yes, Superman and Batman, they all exist. That's also why I kind of like the first Shazam too. It's like, but we're not going to deal with them right now. Let's just tell our story. I'm like, okay, I like that. But yeah, hopefully he comes back. If the new DCU takes off, it'd be cool to see that character again, even if it's not in his own adventure. But yeah, we're gonna let you go
see what
now.
James got have to in the table.
Yeah.
Take care, gang.
All right. See you later. And then let's bring our boy Dennis. Oh wow, Dennis! So many handsome faces on screen right now. Look at that nice shirt.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, Mike! Why didn't you wear your shirt? Well, you wore the Bad Bunny shirt.
Yeah. Next time.
You had to celebrate the Puerto Rican guy while talking about the movie about Mexicans. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Dennis, what movies did you see?
Hey, Tony and everyone. I saw the Hand movie. I saw the Gal Gadot movie, which
Hand
was
that
trash.
rocks the cradle, yes.
And I saw Meg 2 as well.
Okay, so what did you think of the Hand movie?
You know, I thought it started out with a hell of a hook to get me interested, and then I saw a bunch of kids bullying each other for a while there, like with phones and stuff. It really kind of turned into a psychological kind of movie in the beginning there. I feel after such a intense kind of hook in the beginning there, the first scene, and then it just kind of got a little wild, man. You mentioned all the weird stuff. The toe sucking.
That was so gross. It was so freaking gross.
It's really harsh on self-harm. So like that's like walking into that movie, you see you don't expect it, and it's rough. So that was, there were some comedic moments. I think I even wrote it down and posted. The mother had some good lines when she walked into the bedroom. She's my daughter's area prohibited is what she said.
Oh right.
And I lost it. I'm like, what? Yeah, but
she was from Lord of the Rings, I think. She was Eowyn in Lord of the Rings, right?
And the daughter's dad was just always sitting in the dark in their big house.
Yeah.
He's just in the dark all the time.
He was sad, Adam.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm sad, I just sit in the dark with my dark thoughts.
Just want to point out that toe sucking is just so gross, right, boys?
Yeah, we didn't feel like bringing it up, but you made a, now that you've drawn attention to it, Joey, we have our suspicions about it.
It's just so disgusting.
Yeah, we no one was arguing that.
No, I know. I was just saying. I was just pointing out that it's just gross.
It was almost as gross and disgusting as Gal Gadot's attempt at acting.
That's right.
There it is.
That's right.
Oh God, when she was fake driving the truck down that road, and she was just like making one-liners, I'm like, these were the best takes. These were the best takes, really.
It was just a knockoff.
I actually
Impossible.
wrote down some of the dialogue too while I was watching it because I wanted to bring it up in the review because some of those lines were so freaking bad.
It was pretty rough. And then what did you think of the Meg?
Oh, as you guys mentioned, it had rough pacing. I was a little confused. I turned on the movie. I didn't see the first one, but from the trailer, I'm like, all right, this is Statham v. Sharks. Why is he fighting people in the first scene of the movie? I'm like, what is going on here?
No, again, that has nothing to do with the first movie. That was very confusing. I'm like, when the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, you had to read the Meg graphic novel in between films to fill in the gaps of the.
It actually is. Apparently, it is a series of books. I think. I really
it is. I heard the books are good too.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cliff Curtis was in this movie. I really like Cliff Curtis as an actor. I respect him. Like Sunshine. And all. Great movies that he's made.
I think he's one of the few people who come back from the previous one.
It feels like he phoned it in. He didn't have to do much in this movie. Just show up and.
Oh wait, no, he has the best scene in the movie where he sprays the pepper spray and walks into it. That was pretty fucking funny. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, all right, that one got me.
But there's also some cool shots in this movie too, like the mouth of the shark, and you just see the water coming into the mouth. That was a great shot. That kind of made it worth it. That and the propeller. But two awesome moments.
And then you're a chum. See you later, chum. That was a good line. What did you think about that line, Adam?
I do like a good pun. You know I do.
Yeah. Was it, Adam? Was that line so good? It was so good, bro. It was so good. It was so good, bro.
I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10, bro.
You don't understand. You've opened up a horrible, every movie review you do now, my comment is just going to be, it's so good. It's so good, bro.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Can you just make 17 comments in a row and not act like you didn't see the fucking comment you just left? On TikTok, are people so in their own world that they can't just look at the comments that were already posted? It's crazy. 500 people said it's good. Stop saying it. We just like their comment.
Well, Adam, it was just really good. Okay,
it was very good, bro.
And
by the way, bro, why?
By the way, everyone in the chat, I just linked to Adam's review of the Meg 2. Could you leave a comment that says, "Bro, it's so good. It's so good, bro."
Bro.
Anyway, thanks for stopping by, Dennis.
Hey, thanks, man. And hey,
also,
Adam, hope all's well with you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Actually, real quick, Dennis, me and a couple friends, we enjoyed the gift that you gave me the other night. I wanted to say thank you again. I'm not going to say what it is. All right, I'm going to let you go.
Wow.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, follow Adam. Follow Dennis on Twitch.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much, man.
All right, let's do some super chats,
What
guys.
is Dennis's handle? How are we supposed to know?
Oh fuck,
Just
Dennis,
fucking
what's your
search-
handle
just
on
search
Twitch?
Dennis on Twitch.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The one and Dennis. At the one and Dennis. Yeah. That's
One
me on
and
Twitch.
Dennis.
All one word. The one and Dennis.
Okay.
Same as TikTok. Or I'm sorry, same as
This
X?
right down there.
X?
Just with no spaces.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, let's do some of these super chats. Get your super chats in because we're gonna finish up soon because I got to do Adam's show right after.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay.
10:30 though, Tony. You got a little time.
Okay. Billie Jean. Wow, Billie Jean. Every stream now. Tony, I don't like that Crystal girl hanging around. She seems like a real Jolene. All right, so he switched from Billie Jean to Jolene. Okay. Billie Jean again. You are the one, Tony. You know what's funny? Billie Jean and AJ Wizzle, they both pay in the same type of currency, and I feel like they comment pretty close within each other.
Willy Wonka money.
Yeah. Psycho Jet Black again. I was actually talking about Tony Danza. Oh, what was his last thing?
Yeah, who's
Oh, they wanted to know how much you love Tony. Apparently, he meant Tony Danza. So, can you guys talk about how much you love Tony Danza?
Yeah, he was great in the 80s.
Well, I was always wondering who the boss was, and Tony Danza kind of showed me.
It's true.
Over several hit seasons of a fun little comedy.
Not the best Tony that I know, nor the handsomest Tony I know, but he's still pretty up there. Yeah, I meant Tony Hawk, but
oh fuck you!
Talk about you.
Next stream, I want to see if I can get everyone in a Tony Peak shirt, just all wearing the same shirt.
I'll gladly. It's the best shirt ever.
I'll get that ordered, Tony. I'll get that.
Thank you. I did order your shirt years ago,
That's
so you know,
true.
it'd only be fair. It'd only be fair.
To be honest.
Movie Buff 3000 audios and reviews.
Yeah,
it's a long title for $5. I wish James Gunn pretended Blue Beetle was the best DC movie, so this could make $300,000 instead of the Flash. Well, $300,000 is not a good. I think it meant 300 million.
I think so. I know the Flash
300
didn't do well, but I don't know if it did that bad.
No. Here we go. Psycho Jet Black for $2. Aren't Italians technically Latinos? Well, he said Latino, so cancel him.
Yep.
No, we've been over this many times on the show. Italians are black. Okay, next comment. Here we go.
Yep.
Psycho Jet Black. I thought Blue Beetle was a big bad Beetleborg.
Yo,
actually,
yeah.
So when this character was only like 2 or 3 years old, they put him in Smallville. And the version that was in Smallville on the CW did look like a Beetleborg, like a Power Rangers villain. Like they were not ready for that character live action yet on a TV budget. But yeah, okay, get your super chats in. I'm gonna do one last thing here. I want everyone to now I can see my slides.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
And now I can't. They froze. Awesome.
Nice.
Everyone, please subscribe to official Joey C's channel.
There it is.
I think I
That's
already
a very
am, but
old
let me-
screenshot.
let me
You
get
better-
on that.
You better. What do you mean? I took the screenshot today.
Oh yeah, those views are not updated then. I was just looking at that Haggard video. I think it has like 2,000 views for some reason.
What
That
the
should
fuck?
be at 752 views, not 751.
Yes, actually, that's incorrect. Yes,
I thought I-
check me out. Thank you, folks.
Yeah, I'm already
Oh, maybe
subscribed.
I recycled one. My bad. Maybe I recycled an old image. My
Oh,
bad.
that is okay.
I thought I took the screenshot today. And then also follow Adam from Adam Does Movies.
That's actually not updated either. I should have a penis for an icon. Oh, no, it is. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's correct.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. For $2, they corrected themselves. 300 million. Okay, we
That makes
do,
more
but
sense. Yeah.
Thank you for getting it in. All right,
We were all scrambling to fact check that previous number. Like, this can't be right, but I trust Movie Buff 3000.
Naturally.
we'll give you guys a few more minutes, just in case someone leaves a super chat for like, I don't know, $1,000.
It
Of
is
course.
nice when you get those late super chats
Yeah.
from the real fans of the show that are like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what,
yeah.
Tony, you're working hard. You put together those slides. Sometimes
I
it
do.
grows.
Sometimes they froze.
You need to hire someone to maybe do your thumbnails, so we'll give you a couple bucks.
You son of a bitch.
Fellas.
Oh, actually, good fucking point. On Patreon, I don't know if you guys got hit by this, but Patreon, like a month or so ago, they switched their bank.
Yep.
And it screwed up payouts. And then it apparently considered like a bunch of people's cards like fraudulent or whatever, like accidentally did this. So like my payout was way less than what my earnings were. If you're a patron, please check to see if you are still a patron. If you're wondering why I haven't uploaded anything to Patreon in a month, it's probably because Patreon decided your card wasn't real and kicked you off. So check that out. Please subscribe to the Patreon. Keeps the lights on here, and buy some merch. All right. I don't think we're getting any more, but Joey C, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Oh, we got a very exciting video coming out next week. It's a new episode of my series Box Office Battles, Ernest Scared Stupid versus Hocus Pocus. Very excited. Two movies that have very similar plots. Who's going to win? I don't know. You'll have to watch and find out.
The audience, probably.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Adam, other than the live episode we're about to do immediately after this, what else you got coming up on the channel?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't have anything planned. I just got back from Minnesota for a couple weeks, so I've just been kind of struggling to get things put together. I'll probably do a review of that just magical new Adam Sandler movie that I watched until like 1 o'clock this fucking morning for some reason. You're so not invited to my bat mitzvah. So look for a review on that. And then I know I have to do another movie roast, which I've been doing recently, where
those are fun.
Those are a lot of fun. And I hope that they continue to kind of, pick up steam as I do more of them with people, because those are all fully scripted out. The episodes range from 20 to 30 minutes in length, and it's a roast. I go through, I write a bunch of jokes. Some of them land, hopefully. I don't care. I think they're funny. So hopefully the audience does as well. But there's probably 70 or 80 movies I have on Letterboxd. And if you are a supporter on my Patreon, then you get to pick from that list and say, hey, Adam, go ahead and kick the shit out of Trolls 2.
It's Troll 2, not Troll.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen. Well, there is a Trolls 2 also, Tony.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Troll 2.
I misspoke, but I'm trying to save face.
Remember, there's
Trolls 2 World Tour, I think is.
Remember, there are two movies that are called Troll 3.
Oh.
One of them is a Conan the Barbarian ripoff, but they reused a monster mask from Troll 2. So in some countries, they call it Troll 3. And the other one is about killer vines. Okay. Why did they call that Troll 3 in some countries? I don't know.
I think it's obvious. I don't have a follow-up. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
And then, Mike, the Bearded Outlaw, where can we follow you? Do we have to be a space beetle and land in your house and attach to you? How do we find you?
No,
I can do that.
I mean, if you want, I've been lonely for a long time, too. So, It's at the Bearded Outlaw 37 or Bearded Outlaw 37 on Twitter, Instagram, or X.
Yes,
exactly.
Please.
Exactly. There you go.
Working on the podcast coming at some point. Working on my setup. So
nice.
Fuck yeah.
A Bearded Outlaw is an OG fan from when I first tried to launch a podcast on this channel. Apparently, with Frank, it lasted like 4 episodes. Yeah. All right, well, last super chat of the night. AJ Wizzle again. Adam, I think it's great that you offer to review your Patreon request. Have you reviewed the Craft Legacy yet? Adam,
he sent AJ Wizzle. I don't get paid for super chats on Tony's channel, so maybe just give that to me on my live stream in a little while. But that's fine. That's fine. You asked it. Tony's good. Fun fact: I changed my tier offering, so now I don't just take movie requests anymore. It's got to be a roast from the list that I provide now, because people were having me review movies like Thunderbirds Are Go from 1960 something. while it was a pleasant watch, the market on YouTube isn't really there for talking about marionette films from 40 years ago.
Oh, when you told me you drew in Thunderbird, I thought it was like the 2006 remake. I didn't know it was the original.
There's a bunch of versions of it, and to be fair, that's a great supporter who requested it, and I did say you could request anything, so I'm not like knocking it. It's just you get $30 for a movie review. I'm 40 years old. That's not really putting much food on the table. It's not worth neglecting the family for 2 hours. Watch Thunderbirds or go. I gotta watch this movie. I don't have time to play basketball with you, Connor. It's the $30.
All right, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, listen to this on the podcast feed. Subscribe to the second channel, Hack Movies Clips. I'll be chopping up all our individual reviews here and putting it there. But it's going to take me all week. So if you really want to know about what Adam has to say, he's probably already reviewed a lot of these movies. And again, go to his Meg 2 review and say, bro, it's so good. It's so good, bro. All right, we're going to end the broadcast now. Adam, don't you dare say a fucking thing. You always like to say something when I hit end broadcast.
A couple people said it's so good, bro.
Oh, good. All right, ending